Routines where students are reading and writing,
How does EYP take care of it?
especially our bagless and boxless approach in the school
So how do you keep learning fun and playful?
because they're spending the complete day with us.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Chalk, Dust and Untold Stories. This is me, Shavik, your host. Now if you're watching us, you know that here we make some serious conversations with a bit of fun to know the amazing people behind our school. Now today we have something very important, the early years education. Now we all know how crucial those first few years of learning are. They shape how we think, how we explore and how we grow in our life. Now in Skills Talk, we have something very special, the IB Early Years Program or the IB-EYP. Now just like you all, I also have no idea what IB-EYP is. So to help us understand, today we have the IB-EYP Coordinator, Miss Nabeela Ahamed with us. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, sorry.
So how are you feeling today?
Feeling great.
So before we start, just tell us what's the most heartwarming or a funny thing has a child ever told you?
Okay, so children often surprise us with their imagination in the IB-EYP classrooms, but I would just like to share one incident from the circle time where a child told how much he likes school, how much he likes the teacher, and he wanted his teacher to come home. So when I asked him, it was raining outside, so I suddenly asked him, how am I gonna come to your place because it's raining? So he answered that I'll send a car, I'll also send an umbrella along.
Right.
So it was such a beautiful example of symbolic exploration and expression. And these moments often remind us of how powerful play and expression is in IB Early Years program.
Very nice. So now when we talk about IB, so we know we talk mostly about IB senior classes, right? So what is IB-EYP, if you can just elaborate it a little bit?
So basically, IB Early Years program caters to the age group from 2 to 6 years old, which lays the foundation for the lifelong learning, as well as the basic literacy and numeracy skills are developed for these learners. They develop their skills, they develop their learning profile attributes, and a lot.
How is an EYP class different from a typical preschool setup?
Okay, so basically, if you talk about a traditional school setup, we have structured routines where students are reading and writing. Whereas if you talk about the IB-EYP classrooms, our classrooms are designed as learning spaces like reading corners, pretend play corners. Also, they have different areas where they can collaborate. They can collaborate with peers, they can collaborate in pairs, and they can practice different skills through these learning spaces.
Great. So when we are talking about skills, can you just elaborate a little bit on it and how it is important than learning the basic ABC or 1, 2, 3?
So basically, when we talk about learning ABCs and 1, 2, 3, as important as it is for them to learn numbers and letters, it's just done in a different way in IB Early Years program. So when we talk about literacy, we begin with phonics. Phonics allows students to learn coding, decoding, which ensures that once they are able to read independently, they are able to comprehend everything that is presented in front of them.
Great. So when we talk about IB, parents often think that IB is too stressful or too rigorous for small kids especially. So how do you keep learning fun and playful?
Usually when parents think about the child's learning in early years, they think about beginning to read and write. If we teach anything, if we teach it through play, it's not going to be stressful. It's not going to burden the students. Play is the heart of IB-EYP.
Right.
So basically, if they are learning through play, whether it is building blocks, rhymes, stories, and any other activity around, if they are learning through play, it is always fun. Especially our bagless and boxless approach in the school is giving an environment to the learners where they feel secure and unpressurized.
So I got a new word, the bagless and boxless. So can you just explain a little bit what is it about?
Okay, so basically as we have a full day program in our school for early learners as well, we ensure that the students are not burdened with the heavy bags. They are not carrying the heavy bags every day to school. We ensure that every resource which is required for them is provided within the school itself. When I talk about also, if I add to this, there is no homework given to them because they are spending the complete day with us, completing their learning, so they get a good time and a balanced time with their families at home in the evenings. Apart from that, when I talk about boxless school, we have cafeteria in the school where they are served 2 different meals, breakfast and lunch, and they are also learning the proper eating habits, how to hold a spoon, how to carry, how to take serving.
Yes.
This is what is helping them to learn everyday life skills.
Right. So we are talking about EYP, correct? Those little masters, and we all know like parents are getting involved too much in the EYP apart from the children. So how do you involve parents in their child's learning journey?
Okay, so basically the best part in IB-EYP, how do we involve parents in the child's learning, is through our action component. We ensure whatever they are learning in the school, they practice that at home. Apart from that, the year long, there are different opportunities for the parents to get involved in the child's learning, starting from the parent orientation at the beginning of the year, followed by different parent conferences where they get to understand how the child is performing, how the child can do better, what are the areas where the child can improve, and what is the child best at right now.
Right. Now we often see that the parents, feel pressurized to make their children school ready. So what advice would you give them?
Again, I'll come to play-based learning. They feel pressurized because they only think about reading and writing. When you make a child learn through play, be it any subject, be it any activity, the learning is free for them.
Right.
They don't feel pressurized. They feel free and they feel happy. They want to explore, they question, they develop their thinking skills, they become curious, which is the best part.
So what are the 2-3 things parents can do at home to support their child's development during these years?
By reading stories for them and asking questions based on that, and also by extending the school's learning. So for example, if the unit is about plants, they can just ask the students or the learner to water the plant, to observe the growth of the plant, or to start with a small garden within the house itself. These small things make their learning more meaningful and they are able to connect more easily.
Nowadays, we talk mostly about the social and emotional well-being of the children, right? So how does EYP take care of it?
So care is at the heart of the IB program. Children learn to share, take turns, communicate, and they also learn to resolve conflicts. So especially during the circle time conversations, they are practicing mindfulness, as well as they are getting the opportunities to start sharing more and more. Also, this ensures that, as I said earlier also, it's a home away from home where children feel cared and they are supported.
One last question. How does IB-EYP prepare children for their future journey?
IB-EYP lays the foundation for curious and capable learners. By the time they step into grade 1, they are already communicators, problem solvers, and inquirers. They, with the balance of academics and the care that they get in EYP, they are not only ready for the school but for life.
Thank you so much, Nabeela, for helping us understand what makes IB-EYP so important. So to all our parents listening, I hope you all understand now that the school life is not just about academics, but it's more about play, curiosity, and building a love for learning. This is me, Shavik, signing off. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep watching
Chalk,
Dust and Untold Stories. Thank you so much. Take care.